In a shocking turn of events, the ringleader behind a massive healthcare fraud scheme targeting the National Basketball Association, the NBA, has been sentenced to a decade behind bars. The scheme, which involves several players and medical professionals, has not only tarnished the reputation of the league, but also raised questions about the vulnerabilities within the healthcare system that allows such an elaborate fraud to occur. The NBA, an institution synonymous with athleticism, competition, and integrity, found itself in the throes of a massive healthcare fraud scandal that shook the league to its core. At the center of this web of deceit stood Terrence Williams, once a promising NBA player turned orchestrator of a scheme that defrauded the NBA player's health and welfare benefit plan of over $5 million. Williams, who once graced the basketball courts, faced justice on August 3, 2023, when he was sentenced to 10 years in prison after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit healthcare and wire fraud. Along with aggravated identity theft, the mastermind behind the operation, Terrence Williams, orchestrated a complex web of deceit that involved players, medical practitioners, fabricated medical claims, unnecessary medical procedures, aggravated identity theft, and insurance companies. The scheme primarily exploited loopholes in the NBA's healthcare policies, taking advantage of the system meant to ensure the well-being of athletes. Terrence Williams began by recruiting players who were willing to participate in the fraud, promising them substantial financial gains and minimal legal consequences. These players, facing the pressures of performance and a highly competitive industry, succumbed to the temptation of easy money and joined the conspiracy willingly or unknowingly. The fraudulent activities ranged from fabricated medical claims to unnecessary medical procedures, all aimed at extracting maximum benefits from the league's healthcare system. Terrence Williams strategically targeted certain medical practitioners who were complicit in the scheme, ensuring that the false claims would go unnoticed or unquestioned. The NBA's healthcare fraud scheme went undetected for an extended period, primarily due to the sophistication of the operation and the lack of stringent oversight. However, as the financial irregularities began to mount, an internal investigation was triggered by the league's administrators. The investigation, conducted by a specialized team of auditors and legal experts, meticulously combed through medical records, insurance claims, and financial transactions. The turning point in the investigation came when an anonymous whistleblower within the scheme decided to come forward, providing crucial information that led investigators to the heart of the operation. The whistleblower, whose identity remains protected, played a pivotal role in exposing the depth of the fraud and the key players involved. As the evidence against Terrence Williams and the implicated players and medical professionals mounted, legal proceedings were initiated. The courtroom became the battleground where the truth emerged, and the extent of the conspiracy was laid bare. The prosecution presented a compelling case, detailing the intricacies of the fraud and the impact that it had on the NBA's financial and ethical standing. After a protracted trial, Terrence Williams was found guilty on multiple counts, including conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering. The judge, recognizing the severity of the offenses and the need to send a strong message, sentenced Terrence Williams to 10 years in federal prison. The sentencing marked the culmination of a long and arduous legal process, bringing a measure of justice to the defrauded healthcare system and the NBA as a whole. A crucial component of the sentencing involved a restitution order, requiring Terrence Williams to repay $2.5 million to the NBA player's health and welfare benefit plan. This sizable sum aimed to rectify the financial damage inflicted by the fraudulent scheme orchestrated by Williams. The restitution order serves not only as a means of compensating the defrauded healthcare plan, but also as a form of justice, ensuring that ill-gotten gains are returned to their rightful place within the league's financial structure. In addition to the restitution order, Terrence Williams was also directed to forfeit $653,673. This forfeiture represented a portion of the fraudulent proceeds acquired through the healthcare fraud scheme. By confiscating these ill-gotten gains, the court sought to further penalize Williams and ensure that he did not benefit financially from the criminal activities for which he was convicted. While the court-ordered restitution and forfeiture are essential components of the legal response to Terrence Williams' actions, the practical challenges of enforcement and recovery should not be underestimated. The process of recovering funds and ensuring their proper allocation to the NBA player's health and welfare benefit plan may involve intricate legal proceedings and financial investigations. Additionally, Williams' ability to fulfill the financial obligations imposed by the court will depend on his personal financial situation. If he lacks the means to meet these obligations, it may complicate the process of restitution and forfeiture. highlighting the complexities involved in ensuring justice on both a legal and financial front. The healthcare fraud scheme has left an indelible mark on the NBA, raising concerns about the league's internal controls and the vulnerability of its healthcare system. The reputational damage caused by the scandal has prompted the NBA to reassess and fortify its policies, implementing stricter oversight and auditing procedures to prevent such incidents in the future. The league has also taken steps to educate players about the importance of integrity and compliance with established rules and regulations. Workshops and seminars on ethical behavior, financial responsibility, and the consequences of fraudulent activities have become mandatory for all players, reinforcing the league's commitment to upholding its values. The NBA Players Association has also played a crucial role in addressing the fallout from the scandal, working in tandem with the league. The NBA Players Association has advocated for transparency and accountability within its ranks. The association has implemented its own set of measures to ensure that players are well informed about the consequences of engaging in illegal activities and are encouraged to report any suspicious behavior. The NBA healthcare fraud scandal serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist within large organizations, even those with seemingly robust systems in place. It highlights the importance of constant vigilance, robust internal controls, and a culture of integrity to prevent and detect fraudulent activities. One key lesson is the critical role of whistleblowers in uncovering and stopping fraudulent schemes. The anonymous individual who came forward played a pivotal role in dismantling the conspiracy, emphasizing the need for organizations to establish channels that encourage and protect whistleblowers. Moreover, the scandal underscores the necessity of ongoing education and training for employees, particularly those in positions of trust. In the NBA's case, players and medical professionals were integral to the success of the fraud scheme, indicating the importance of instilling ethical values and a strong sense of responsibility. In the aftermath of the scandal, the NBA faces the formidable task of rebuilding trust among its fans, sponsors, and stakeholders. Transparency and accountability are paramount in this process, and the league has already taken significant strides in that direction. Public apologies from the NBA's leadership, coupled with a commitment to a thorough internal review, demonstrate a willingness to learn from the incident and take corrective action. The league has engaged with experts in healthcare fraud prevention to fortify its policies and practices, aiming to create a more resilient and fraud-resistant system. Fans, sponsors, and players alike will be closely watching how the NBA handles fallout from the scandal and whether the league's efforts to prevent the future misconduct are effective. Rehabilitation of the NBA's image will depend on the sincerity and effectiveness of these measures. Healthcare fraud poses a significant threat not only to the financial stability of institutions like the NBA, but also the integrity of the healthcare systems at large. In the case of Williams, the scheme not only defrauded the NBA players' health and welfare benefit plan of millions, but also compromised the trust and well-being of players who depend on these systems for their medical needs. The sentencing of the ringleader behind the NBA healthcare fraud scheme to 10 years in prison marks a significant milestone in the resolution of a scandal that rocked the sports world. The case serves as a cautionary tale for organizations across industries about the importance of robust internal controls, ethical leadership, and a culture of accountability. As the NBA works to repair its image and strengthen its healthcare policies, the lessons learned from the scandal should resonate beyond the basketball court. The collective efforts of the league, players, and medical professionals in addressing the vulnerabilities that allow the fraud to occur will undoubtedly shape the future of sports governance and ethics. The NBA healthcare fraud scandal reminds us all that no organization is immune to the threat of fraudulent activities, and that constant vigilance, transparency, and a commitment to ethical behavior are essential to maintaining the integrity of any institution. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, share with others who might be interested, and of course subscribe for more compelling content. Your engagement is what keeps this channel vibrant and thriving. Until our next video, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay curious. Goodbye for now, and we'll see you again in the next video. Take care!